mentioned Eddie Gilbert. I saw a few days ago you had on your profile, updated your profile pics of Eddie Gilbert. And I talked to George a little bit. He said you guys were really good friends. And,
Yes.
I knew Eddie. I didn't know him, but I remember Eddie uh, when he was in the Mid-South UWF, when he was, a heel, Hot Stuff International. And
Mm-hmm.
when he moved into WCW and all that. And I remember when he passed, and I was just so surprised because he was so young.
Yes.
And I didn't realize you guys were that good of friends until the other day. And then George had mentioned that. And let's just talk about him a little bit, about how he was outside of the ring. I know he was a baby face for a number of years, and then he was a heel, but outside the ring.
Outside the ring, he was one of the kindest guys you could ever meet. I mean, he would do anything for you. And without going into too many details, because I don't want to mention any names, but years ago, there was someone in the business who owed me quite a large sum amount of money that I had lent them. And they kept putting me off and putting me off. And one day, Eddie and I were talking, and I mentioned it to him. And he was pretty upset, to say the least. And he said, "Don't you worry about a thing." And he made some contacts, and I eventually got my money back. And if it hadn't been for Eddie, I would have
Yeah.
never gotten it back. And he was just so nice, and he was so friendly. I mean, he never met a stranger.
Yeah.
And just to tell you something else real quick about him. So I don't know if you know Kurt Hennig's wife at all, Leonise.
I've just seen her on TV. I've
So
never
she
interacted with
and
her.
I were friends. And when Eddie had went to he was in New York working for Vince, and I think he had went somewhere, was going to be gone for like a month, and Kurt had just moved to the WWE, and they didn't have a place to stay yet. And Leonise was pregnant, I think, with their first child. And Eddie says, "You guys don't worry about a thing." He said, "I'm going to be gone for a month. You stay right here at my apartment and make
Wow.
yourself at home." So that's just the kind of guy he
Yeah.
was.